Second round, 65. What did you like about your round and how you feeling heading into the weekend?
Yeah, it was, no bogeys is always nice. Making one bogey through the first 36 holes compared to the big numbers I had last week. So, tidied everything up, which is good. Felt like I held the round together really nicely when we sort of turned back into the wind there, 12 through 16, made a couple of really good par saves. Took advantage of the par fives on the back nine. The back nine's playing a little bit more difficult. So, yeah, overall, obviously really pleased with the day and excited for the weekend.
Anything you worked on at the start of the week that you feel like is helping you clean up your mistakes, or are you just locked in for some reason?
Yeah, I said this at the start of the week. There's no Pacific Ocean to hit it into around this golf course, so that helps. Even like I hit a wild tee shot on 15, 40 yards left of the fairway, but it's okay, right? Like it's a different type of golf this week, different setup. So I've still hit some loose shots, but the course setup is in a way that you can get away with it a little bit more. But I've hit it well. I've controlled my distance well for the most part, and I've held some nice putts from sort of inside 8 feet for pars when I've needed to.
Yeah, what are the specific challenges of these conditions? Because it's kind of an interesting combo. It's chilly, it's kind of windy, it's really soft. What's happening out there?
Yeah, I feel you have to control your ball flight really well, downwind or into the wind, depending on what you need. Like 18, for example, that's a typical very hard shot, that second shot, because the back pin, it's straight downwind. You're a little scared of going long and then having that downhiller. So, I eased up on mine, leave it 30 feet short. It's a tough one. It's, I don't think I've made a birdie on a par 4 today. I made 2 birdies in the par 3s, and then, I played the par 5 as well. So it's hard to get it really close because the greens are soft, but then they're also fast and they've got quite a lot of pitch to them. So, once balls get momentum away from the hole, they just sort of keep going. So, it's hard to get the ball really, really close, I've found, but just kept giving myself sort of 20, 25 footers, knowing that pars on some holes are good and you take advantage of the more scoreable holes.
Are they not sticking?
No, mine aren't sticking. I probably play with a little more spin than some guys as well. So, the ball, it's coming back on, for me a bit more.
Birdied 4 both days. Kind of how have you played that both days, I guess?
Yeah, it's I just tried to pitch it right by the flag today. It was playing 232 or whatever it was playing, and I just hit a 4-iron, and when you're hitting 4 irons and they're stopping dead or they're coming back at you, makes that hole a lot easier.
Historically, we've seen a lot of guys that play Augusta well play well here. Why, in your mind, would that be?
I think it's probably a little similar off the tee. I'd say there's some tough driving holes, but then there's some that are a little more generous, a bit like Augusta. But it's the second shots. It's controlling your spin and your trajectory, and then the green complexes they're not as maybe not as severe as Augusta, like the slopes, but they're just as tricky. So I think that's part of the reason.
Well, your schedule can fluctuate ahead of Augusta. I just wondered if you have an idea of what you'd want to do as the defending champion. Like, would you want to be there on Sunday this year just because?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I get to play golf with whoever I want to that day, So that's big day in San Antonio. So yeah, I'll probably get up there. I'll probably walk around and watch the final round of the Anwa on Saturday. I'll be a part of the drive, chip, and putt in some way, which I'm really excited about. And then, I get to go out there and play with, most likely my dad. And
you've done San Antonio before, though, right? There's been weeks where you've done week before.
Yeah, I did Houston last year instead of San Antonio. So and that seemed to work pretty well.
Perfect.
Thank you.